If you want to last longer in bed in a way that really works, you absolutely have to stop. Probably you've been watching other YouTube videos, reading books, and maybe even listening to doctor's advice, but I can tell you, you've been lied to. Most things that are out there are not working to last longer in bed in a reliable way that really works. Today we're gonna clear this up, and I will share with you the 3 most powerful tricks that actually work and that have been proven effective and that you can learn as well and implement tonight. We will clear up the biggest myths around this, and if you stick around until the 3rd point, you will learn something that's way deeper than you would have imagined to last longer in bed. But it works way beyond what you can imagine. If you want to last longer in bed in a way that really works, you absolutely have to stop Kegels. You probably heard about Kegel exercises, contracting the pelvic floor, and maybe you're even doing them, but the problem with this is research shows that a hypertension of the pelvic floor is one of the absolute main causes of premature ejaculation. So if you want to last longer in bed, you absolutely have to avoid having a hypertense pelvic floor. When you practice Kegels, the clenching of the pelvic floor repeatedly, you build up a hypertension in those muscles, which then cause you to not last as long as you want. You can forcefully try to hold it back by squeezing the Kegels, but that does not really work long term. Just imagine this in lovemaking with a woman. You're like clenching your muscles and you're getting all up in your head. This is not the way to really enjoy sex, and it's also not the way to last as long as you want. First of all, completely and altogether stop practicing the tensing Kegel exercises. The second step is you need to open up and relax the pelvic floor. Taoism and Chinese medicine is understood that in the pelvis there's a lot of energy pathways that run here, and also the sexual energy flows through here, and if that is tense, the energy can't go anywhere else than out the penis with an ejaculation. But when you start relaxing the pelvic floor, opening it up, there's so much space for this energy to move. Amongst the things that you can do to open up and relax your pelvic floor is deep, relaxed breathing into the area of the diaphragm and the pelvic floor, releasing the breath with an exhale through the mouth. There's specific yoga poses you can do to open this up, and you can even go massage this area to release the hypertension. One more thing that I want to give you here to learn to relax and open the pelvic floor that you can use right when you have sex, and that is being aware that there's an involuntary contraction happening in the pelvic floor muscles that causes you to ejaculate earlier than you like, and that is when the frenulum on the penis is stimulated. That is underneath on the bottom side below the head of the penis. When that is stimulated, it can cause these involuntary contractions, and just simply being aware of it, breathing and relaxing into that already is the first step how you can avoid this and last longer in bed. In my programs, I go way deeper and teach you step by step every single practice that you can implement easily and last for as long as you want effortlessly. And you won't believe the second point. And I really understand how it is for you when you don't last as long as you want in bed, when you're disappointing the woman, when you feel disappointed, when there's performance anxiety coming up, all of this. But today we're here to break this. Even more important than the physical tension is how the state of your nervous system is. One thing that you have to understand is the science about this. Erection is a function of the parasympathetic nervous system when you're relaxed. And the ejaculation is a function of the sympathetic nervous system when there's a stress response, or you have performance anxiety, you have fears, you have tensions in your body, in your mind, in your nervous system, that pushes you over the edge way before you want it, and you don't last as long as you want in bed. So the way out is to learn to regulate your own nervous system. The easiest way to begin with this is being aware of your breath. Are you breathing deep, slow and full and relaxed? Or do you have shallow breath, maybe even almost hold your breath when you got closer to the point of no return where you would ejaculate? Be aware of this. Take relaxed, conscious, deep breaths and relax your nervous system. There's so many more practices that you can do to regulate your nervous system, also specifically to lasting longer in bed. But some simple ones that you can implement right here from this video is practicing meditation, practicing yoga, practicing mindfulness, and being aware of the stress levels that you build up throughout your everyday life. Having a peaceful walk in nature and finding whatever it is for you that calms your nervous system throughout the day, so when you have sex, it is way more easy for you to last longer in bed because your nervous system already is way more relaxed to begin with. And during sex, you can remind to come back to a slow, conscious, deep breath and relax your whole body, your whole nervous system, and that will help you to last way longer in bed. The first point completely contradicts the lies that people are putting out there that get you trapped and stuck to not last as long in bed as you want, because they tell you to somehow go away from the pleasure, to go in your head, to think about something else, and maybe even disconnect from the woman or think about something disgusting, something distracting. This is the worst thing you can do, not only for the connection, intimacy with the woman, but also for lasting longer in bed, because you go out of your body, you get stuck in your head, which then again causes more tension, point 1, pelvic floor, and more tension in the nervous system, point 2, that will both have you ejaculate before you want it, and you can't last as long as you want. Here's the key. So when you're having sex and you feel the arousal building up, instead of being tense or going in your head or counting numbers, which is one ridiculous thing that I recently heard a doctor say on YouTube, stop this immediately. And instead of doing that, do what really works to last longer in bed, and that is becoming aware of your own body, of the sensations in your own body, of the arousal that you feel. You don't run away from it, you don't try to numb it with some creams that you put on or going in your head, distracting yourself. You actually go in to your body, you feel what you're feeling, you feel the pleasure. Take a deep breath and you relax into the pleasure, allowing it to be there and allowing the sexual arousal to move through your whole body, through the relaxation, through being present. And this sounds maybe counterintuitive, maybe this sounds woo-woo to you, but this really works. I highly encourage you to try this out. It might require a little bit of training to overcome this compulsion to run away from the pleasure, but by actually going into it, you go with your awareness into the body, you relax, it relaxes your whole nervous system more, it relaxes the muscles and even the fascia in your body, the energy can flow better and you can last way longer in bed. So here you go, quick recap. First, stop doing Kegels altogether, learn to open and relax the pelvic floor and keep it relaxed when you feel arousal in your body. The second point, learn to regulate and relax your nervous system and keep it relaxed. Sex is not about performance. It's not about proving yourself or proving something to the woman. It is not about boosting your ego. It's about letting all this fear-based and tension, ego-based mindset completely go and come back to what this is really about. And that is being present and intimate, connecting with yourself and with the woman. And number 3, learn to not run from the pleasure. Go into it, feel it, relax into it, and allow the pleasure to move through your entire body, which is also a fundamental first step to learn to go towards non-ejaculatory full body orgasms. But that's a whole nother topic for another video. Make sure to like the video if you want more content and more detailed practices on this, and subscribe to the channel for weekly powerful content. Thanks for showing up for this. Try this out tonight. You can also implement this in your self-pleasure practice when you don't have a partner at the moment and become really good at it. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell so you're notified when powerful weekly trainings come out here on this YouTube channel, so you can really master this and last for as long as you want in bed in an effortless and natural way. Enjoy.